All right, welcome back to the channel. Another day, another dollar. And before we get started in today's video, where I'm going to talk about dividends and the importance of them, I got a clip to show you. But before we get there, I do want to start a new challenge on today, okay? I realize it's not the 1st of January, but that's okay. We're going to catch up. But this new challenge that I'm starting, we're going to start our challenge, or this is my personal challenge to myself. This is what I'm going to do with my dividend portfolio, okay? I decided that I want 100 shares of everything. I want 100 shares of everything in my dividend portfolio. I want 100 shares across the board. And I think that this is a great stepping stone to be able to improve my dividend performance across all of my stocks, but also it gives me an incredible goal to strive towards throughout the year, which means I know that I got to put in extra work. I got to work extra hard. I got to go out there, get that extra money. Might have to take on some overtime. Might have to do some more YouTube work. Might have to, I just got to apply myself. But I'm the type of person, and it's good to know yourself, I'm the type of person to where if I have a goal in mind and I strive towards that goal and I know that it's attainable, I'm going to try everything within my power to make sure that I accomplish that goal. And for me, getting 100 shares of everything in my dividend portfolio, I think not only will it provide me with a great marking stone or a great just a great pathway to success, but I think it's going to be absolutely incredible for my passive income goals. While I have you here, we're going to go ahead and make today's investment because we're investing every single day. Every single day we are investing. And listen, this is outside of my everyday investment of $5 to $10 every day, or I think it's $7.50. I invest $7.50 every single day into VOO. For those that don't know, VOO is the top 500 companies in the world, and it's an ETF, a basket of the greatest companies ever that you would want. And it's really simple. I set it, I forget it, I don't even look at it. Okay, that's an entirely different portfolio that I am doing that in. $7.50 every day into VOO. But aside from that, we want all money in. We want all money focused. We want all money generating more money, right? So I think in order to be able to expedite that process, that I'm just going to start throwing money every single day into my dividend portfolio. And today, we got $25 to throw in there, right? So we're going to see what we're going to throw it in. All right. Screen recorder is activated, and we're going to open up my public dividend portfolio. This is not an ad. They're not paying me to promote them. So right now you can see that the dividend portfolio is sitting at $10,540. Remember, I started this with $15, y'all. So to see this kind of growth over the course of months and years now, it hasn't been that long at all. And we're already up to over $10,000. I couldn't be more proud. Listen, there were days when I didn't have any money to my name, and I was trying to figure out where the next dollar was going to come from. So for me, for some people, $10,000 may not sound like a lot of money, but for when you've been struggling and you've been to a place where you've been down and out on your luck and you've been down in your finances and you don't know what you're doing, you don't know how to get to the place that you want to get to financially, listen, this means everything to me, okay? And this is just one portfolio, right? Because I still have my main investment in other places and other areas. But my dividend portfolio, I am making a focal, putting a magnifying glass on it this year in 2025. So listen, so we got $25 to invest. You see my buying power there. And you can see all my stocks here. I don't hold anything back on my portfolio. I don't feel ashamed about anything that I own. I talk about all these stocks. Yes, I realize I have some speculative plays in here like PSEC, which is a terrible investment. I understand that, but you can see I have 51 shares of that. Don't know if I'll keep them. Most likely I won't. I will sell them. But we got $25 today. So what are we gonna throw that in? Because again, I want 100 shares of everything. So how can we get there? I think today we are going to invest that $25 into the lowest amount of ETF shares that I have right now, and I think that's VIG, which is the Vanguard Dividend Appreciation ETF. And right now you see that I've gained about 10% with just having $11 in it. It has cost me $10.15, and I've made $1 and some change, right? But I think we're going to take that $25 and we're just going to invest it right here into VIG, right? So let's hit the buy, 25, boom, and we're going to place that order. And it's through. Now, here's the thing that I don't like necessarily about the dividend track, the free dividend tracker rather. You have to remember these numbers. So either you screenshot it or you can just go to your email where they send you a copy of whatever it is that you purchased, because you have to punch these numbers in manually, right? So let's do that now. We're going to go to the dividend tracker app and punch these numbers in so that we can keep our dividend tracker updated, right? So boom, the portfolio there. You can see I'm 54% to close to my goal of $100. But we're going to go into VIG, which is at the bottom. Click on it. New trade, number of shares is 0.12734. So 0.12734, and then we're gonna hit next, and we paid $196.32 for it. So 196.32, that's how much we paid, and we're done. And we're gonna click add. Boom. Okay, it's been added, and you see my current shares that I'm holding has been updated, and we're done. Right? Go back to the home there. I got 10 drip that I need to listen. I'm glad this is here. So you can see here, it says you have 10 drip transactions that are waiting, right? Let's click on that. Make sure that you are checking this if you download this free dividend tracker, because you will have to manually go in and confirm that all of the dividends that you have received have been dripped back into the accounts. And so we're going to confirm all. Cool. So now there's no drips to confirm, and you'll see that average, the monthly average, sitting right there. So now we're up to $56 with drip, with everything dripped back into the account, and we just took a couple steps closer to that $100 goal. All right, so that's enough of that. Listen, let me turn my screen recorder off. Got it. All right. So, let's get into this video really quickly on dividends. I want to stress the importance of building a dividend portfolio and the power of dividend investing, because you don't have to be rich or a multimillionaire to be able to benefit from this incredible, listen, one of the greatest, Einstein said it best, one of the greatest things ever is compound interest. Is compounding. That compounding effect, you'll be amazed at what it can do for you, especially in your finances. You don't have to take Larry Jones' stock course and sign up to pay hundreds of dollars for his fucking YouTube stock course. Stock Up You, right? And I used to like Larry too. I used to like Larry Jones. I used to watch that guy, and then he totally flipped on me. He totally flipped on me, and he did what all these other YouTube financiers do, finance people in the YouTube space. He did what they all do. As soon as they start getting more visibility, as soon as they start building up an audience, what they do is they go online, they open up some bullshit ass stock course, right? And then they charge an obscene amount of money and get people to pay and get people to sign up for it, because people are stupid. They will follow you to the ends of the earth if they believe that you are there for them, dog. They'll believe that, and especially if you insert, all you got to do is insert God in it. Just insert God anywhere in there, and I promise you, you'll get all the fucking stupid-ass church people. I've been a part of the church my entire childhood, grew up in the church, so I know how gullible and stupid church people can be. So if you insert God in there, oh my God. You'll get time. Listen, I could have been a pastor and been a millionaire, multimillionaire by now, but I have morals. I have morals. But anyway, let's get into this video. And it's not just Larry Jones. It's a whole of Keenan Grace, all these motherfuckers that are out here scamming y'all, telling you to sign up for this, and then telling you to get into this play, y'all. Get into that play, y'all. But then telling you that it's not stock advice. Bullshit. But we're going to get more into them as we progress with this channel because it's all gloves off this year. All gloves off. But let's get into this video about dividends, y'all.
I'm here with Kelly Wright, managing editor of IQTrends.com, and a lot of the stocks and investments that they share with their subscribers is dividend based. So what's the importance of dividends? How do you work it into your analysis?
Sure. Look, there's over 15,000 publicly traded companies on all the various stock exchanges. Not all of them are good. So you have to have a mechanism to find, to separate the good from the bad and the ugly. So we developed these 6 criterions back in 1966. Very simple stuff. Nothing. There's no rocket science or anything. But what it does is it filters out that 15,000 to about 275, 280 stocks. So then we take a look at each one of them individually, plot them on a graph, and we find what their dividend yields were at their peak prices and at their bottom prices.
All of the stocks are dividend-paying stocks?
They have to. 25 years of uninterrupted dividends.
Okay.
Okay. And what we have found about this group of stocks is that they all have this shared characteristic. They tend to trade between 2 very distinct repetitive dividend yields.
Right.
So, all things being equal, we know when these really high-quality stocks offer a good value because their price is low, but their yield is repetitively high. And then we know when to sell them because their price is high and their yield is at a repetitive low area.
Sure. So what's the importance of dividends, though? Or why is that so important for a quality stock, for an investment quality trend?
Well, dividends are a company policy.
Right.
They have to be voted on by the board of directors. Why is that important? A board of directors is not going to vote a dividend unless they know their earnings are there and that they can support it. They don't want the egg on their face.
Right.
Okay? So, dividends also are about the best evidence that you can have that a company is actually earning money. You can't pay out from that which you do not have. It's very simple. So, a lot of my peers, they're always talking about earnings. If you want to know if a company's got earnings, you see if they're paying dividends or not. All right? And then if you look at a rising dividend trend, what does that tell you? It tells you the company's earnings are going up because they can't increase the dividend if their earnings aren't going up. And earnings and dividends also provide a floor of safety underneath the stock. If we get into a bad market, everyone gets scared, their hair's on fire, they start selling. It's amazing. A lot of these really high quality stocks, they'll drop to an extent, but then their dividend yield hits an area where everyone all of a sudden goes, oh my God, look at XYZ and look at the yield that it's paying it. Absolutely. So, it's a floor safety, and the dividends, they basically just tell you when to buy, sell, or hold.
Excellent. Thanks very much.
All right, so he said a couple things in there that I do disagree with, but the basis of what he said was, listen, dividends is just a tool, okay, and it provides you with some margin of safety when you're investing in companies, right? Because stocks fluctuate up, down, up, down, up, down. But typically, you want to invest in dividend companies that no matter what is happening, they're able to sustain that dividend throughout that market, whether that market is up in a bull market or down in a bear market. We want companies that can continue to sustain us and continue to pay out that dividend without falling over the course of the next 10 to 20 to 30 years. Those are the companies that we are looking for. And this is why Prospect Capital is such a gamble if you're playing around with Prospect Capital in your stock portfolio. It's because essentially Prospect Capital is the absolute reverse of what it is that he just said. It's the opposite of stable. Prospect Capital is a very unstable company. They have already dropped their dividend 3 to 4 times already. proving that they cannot and will not be able to sustain it going forward. Now, if you want to get in on the floor, I believe that Prospect Capital is near the bottom of where they could, of all time. I think their all-time low they've seen towards the end of last year. But moreover, the point of this is dividends will give you that. It'll give you a little bit of leverage. It'll give you a little bit of margin of safety, and it'll give you some consistency, provided that you choose the companies that will be able to sustain those dividends. As he said, their company is going with dividends that have continued to pay out at a great rate for 25 years. I believe that is called a dividend aristocrat, right? Dividend aristocrats are companies that have not only been able to sustain their dividend for the last 25 years, but have continued to increase those dividends for the past 25 years. So listen, we're going to get more into it on this channel as the days go on. I'm going to make a more concerted effort to bring you videos every single day. This is just one of many. I hope you enjoy the content. Drop a like and drop a comment down below of your favorite dividend stock. I do read my comments and I respond. I don't just, tell y'all to drop a comment just for the algorithm. No, I actually read them. But listen, drop a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite dividend stock is, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Later.